everyone, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life. Today we're going to be in my new health tracker. This is a notebook from Archer and Olive, and I just started in October changing how I do my health tracking. I was doing stickers and all that stuff every week, and it got to be too much for me. So we're going to do set up a monthly basis, which was working out really well in October. I set this up obviously in the middle of October, but it's been working out really well, and I want to continue it forward for at least till the end of the year. I think I will do more going forward, but some things will change up in 2025. For now, this is what we're doing. I'm putting a Happy Planner sticker book under the left-hand side, sorry, dyslexia, under the left-hand side to help keep it a little bit more stable since I'm not very far into this journal. We're going to be using these really cool tapes from washi tape from Jet Pens, which I will try and remember to link in the description below, and a bunch of washi from Simply Gilded. This pie washi is from years ago, but it makes me happy every single November, which is about pie. So you're going to have to forgive me a little bit in this video because I have never done, well, I used to bullet journal. When I started my planner life, I was a bullet journaler. So I'm not too unfamiliar with planning out my own spreads and stuff. It has been many years, so I am very rusty at that. But I have done it before. I have just never done it on camera. So this is my first time back in a long time doing this kind of layout, and my first time doing it on camera. So we're just going to have to forgive me a little bit as I blunder through this. Next month will be much more smooth because I will have learned what to do. The first thing that I have learned is that this tape works out much better if you get your head right over it so that you can see the little dots through the tape. And I apologize if you can hear my neighbors. They're starting to saw or do some sort of work. This is the billionth time I have tried to film this voiceover, and everything is conspiring against me. So I'm just going to go with it and really, really hope you can't hear them sawing or whatever it is that they're doing. I'm really enjoying this washi tape. It makes things so much easier. My setup in October, I did everything by hand. Like I wrote Monday the little letters and I wrote the numbers, and it was too much for my hands. It was really a lot, and I didn't want to do that again. So I'm using the same layout because the layout worked wonderfully, but adding the ease of washi. It is a little bit crooked because I can't get my head right over there, but we're just doing the same sort of health habits that I have been doing for a long time. My meditation, my AM and PM routines, checking in with my goals, workout when I go outside. I added in art time, which I have been miserable about in October, but I'm hoping that that gets worked in, and just checking what days I work, although that's probably a little redundant because I have since added my work tracking out of my work planner and into this. I'm really consolidating as much as humanly possible to simplify for the rest of the year. We need rest, we need relaxation, and we need simplicity. And I don't know why I'm referring to myself as we, but that's what just happened. So we're gonna go with it. The washi tape from Jet Pens, as you can see, has things in a vertical layout as well as a horizontal layout, and I think that is perfect. So you can do any sort of spread that you need to do. To get them next to each other in the little boxes, there's a little tiny bit of overlap where the clear part of the tape is, so it doesn't interfere with being able to read, but it is a little bit fiddly to put down and works out way better if you can put your head directly over it. I did not plan out my headers or space them well. We're really just winging it. Next time I will have a plan. I will be more put together, but for now you just get the raw, this is what it's like to be with me, of let's just see how it works. When I did the initial setup, I just sort of drew things and played around and it somehow worked out. So I had the misconception that that would work a second time for me when I was trying to recreate something. And that's not how that works. When you're trying to recreate something, you should count and you should measure and you should be a little tiny bit more precise about things instead of just winging it. Just winging it works out much better if you don't like have any preconceived notions of how you want it to turn out because yeah. So, again, forgive me for just winging it, but that's where we're at. I love these washies. They made it so much easier on my arthritis. They made it so much easier to read. As I get to using them, I will figure out how to lay them down straighter, hopefully on camera, but maybe I will pre-lay things out and we'll just talk it through. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future. All I can do is show you how things went this month. I'm really loving how this worked out. So the top is for habits. The right-hand side is for steps and active minutes. And then this section is for my blood pressure. I don't need to take my blood pressure every day. Um, if I do take it every day, it tends to be in the summer when I'll be a little bit more swollen and I might have to take a separate blood pressure medication. But in the winter, I tend to be very stable. So I just take it every few days, make sure we're not going anywhere wonky. When you have a kidney disease, sometimes this stuff is out of your control. But I do try and manage my stress as well as I possibly can. I realized I didn't leave a space for a heading, so I just decided to write my blood pressure log this way, but I wrote it really small. I didn't do the whole blood pressure because I was afraid I was running out of room, and so now there's this big awkward space. I'll figure it out eventually, but just letting you know what went through my head of, oh goodness, now there's this big awkward space and I have to do something with it. This is what I'm trying right now. I love, that's from Simply Gilded, and I believe it's like Kyoto in the autumn, and it's gorgeous and I love it, but I don't love it for this spread because I wanted to use this new kitty cat looking out an autumn window scene thing washi tape that is brand new. Like I just got it in the mail, and it is not super matchy with the Kyoto. So we're gonna pick the jumbo sticker, and I decided to go with this like curiosity cabinet. It's like giving me all the fall vibes, but also like witchy curiosity fun. And the Kyoto washi just doesn't go with everything else. Not that everything else is super matchy, but I think that the colors of that one need to be changed. So I will definitely change them at some point. And I needed to find a little bit November because I realized I did not put November anywhere on this page, and it would be nice to know what it is. So that header is from Mandy Lynn Plans, and now I know what month we're in. It's helpful. So we're getting there. I just need to find a little bit of pumpkins or something to go in that space to make it feel a little bit better. I think I actually change it one more time before the end, but this is the process. This is how the creativity works, and it's not a perfect process yet, but we'll get better. I did like these pumpkins. I thought they were kind of cutesy, and I just need something next to the steps that will cover up that top of the washi being a little bit wonky without interfering with the steps word. And I have to find something extraordinarily small, but luckily I had these little teeny tiny acorns, which will end up working out after I try, a billion other things. But the acorns ended up being just perfectly tiny, so I added another one to the pumpkins to kind of make it all blend a little bit better, and the dark acorns go well with that cat washi. So it worked out in the end. Next, we're going to move to my cats and critters section. I have lots of outdoor critters that I provide food and water and such for. We have everything you could think of. We have blue jays, we have crows, we have squirrels, we have bunnies, we have all sorts of small birds like chickadees and towhees, and we got it all here. It's a fun time. And once it starts getting cold, I never have to worry about the wildlife when it is the summertime. There's just food growing everywhere. But in the winter time, it's a little bit more scarce. So I leave out more bird food in the winter and stuff like that. Uh, and of course, I have two senior kitties, if you don't know, and they require extra stuff because they're senior girls, so they don't do everything as well as they used to. I realized I needed a header space. So what's cool is when you lay those down, you can pick them up like all together. So I sort of skipped through my painful trying to figure out where this would go. And I wanted to use this washi from Simply Gilded. I just got that one in the mail too and decided I needed to use it. Perfect for my like critter spread. I do not have any foxes, but oh my goodness, would that make me so happy. We do have raccoons, but no foxes. We did get a bobcat once too. I did not feed the bobcat and I did not feed the raccoons, but well, that's not true. A raccoon wandered into my yard and he was hurt and injured, so I let him uh, hang out on my deck and I gave him food and water for a couple of days until he was walking normal, and then he didn't get any more food because raccoons can fend for themselves better than little tiny birds. Uh, and I don't want all the raccoons in the world coming to my house. So we got some Snuggle and Chill and Cat Mom AF, and that's just easy what I need. So the last two spreads that we need are going to be for social media. Not all social media, mainly just YouTube on the left-hand page, and then on the right-hand page we are going to do my work log, and it's just sort of a very loose, because I'm usually working on one thing, two things tops at a time for work. So I just need to know where I am on what project. And it doesn't need to be anything complex right now. I'm really just getting back into the swing of things, and I have a bunch of manuscripts to read. So it's literally like got to 20%, got to 35%. It's not a lot of space that is needed for that right now. That's going to change in 2025, but for right now, that's all we need. So the washi on the top is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. The washi on the bottom is from Sweet Kawaii Design. I thought this was super easy, no muss, no fuss. We just need some headers, the washi tape, and it's perfect. Of course, I'm going to add a couple more stickers because I'm me and that's what I do. And I have this whole book full of autumnal goodness, and I need to look at this autumnal goodness. The last thing I need to do with all of these is to highlight some of it to make it easier for me, especially with my little dyslexic brain. It'll get too chaotic if it's just one big white thing. So on the work days, I just am highlighting every other day. I put my ruler just above the dots and it ends up being great. So I did the same thing on these ones, just makes it easier every other day so that I can, especially on those habits when you get to the farther days, keeping track where you are and what you're marking off. The highlighting helps. And sorry about the sunlight, it just came out as soon as I was trying to film at the end there. Cats and Critters, I did the same thing. YouTube, I did it a little different. I just highlighted the days that I do videos on and put the little check boxes. That is a washi tape from Archer and Olive. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm sorry it was a bit of a hot mess. Next time, I'll try and be better. No guarantees, though. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.